we're doing a kit up of a hurricane painting I have of the sunflower. We'll be using these little boxes. They're 4 and they clip open as such in each section, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections, 4, so 28 containers in each. So basically I'm just going to run you through a basic setup for before I start a diamond painting. From my stash, basically I've got the drills, which I've packed earlier and named and identified them with a name, which is the brand with huacan and sunflower, a size which is 40 by 30, and I've just put the number that coincides with the canvas so that we can identify that, and that they're square drills, just to make sure that what I'm looking at in the bag is also related. So with that I can identify the size of this canvas, etc. Now with this brand you don't have an invoice sheet, or your information is down the side of your canvas. So you have a number, a symbol, DMS, and the quantity of drills you're required to finish your picture. So we've gone and done a check through earlier on these, because each one of these is in a zip bag with the detail on little sticker on them. So what I'm basically going to do is, just so that I like to work from containers, I recently did buy one of these containers for a smaller picture, and found it very useful for when I wanted to travel and move around. So very simple thing. I do have another set of different kinds of containers, which I might do another setup video with using those, especially with some of the bigger pictures. This one has 35 colours, so ideally I'd like to use the other set with things over 28, but I'll just use 2 boxes for this one, and I'll just run through what I do. So yeah, I'm going to need to have the canvas out with me today, because that's what I'm going to use as a reference to find each bead. And basically I'm going to find the drills in order, and I'm going to put them into the container so that they will line up in a numerical order. And as I go, I will be applying one of these adhesive stickers to the top of the canvas, and I'm just going to use a Sharpie pen and actually write the symbol on the sticker that coincides with the colour. So when I'm working on the canvas, I can just pull back, match my symbol to the top of the box, and continue with that. So that's basically a talk through what I want to set up today, so I'm going to keep going through that and just show you as I go. Okay, so first we're going to get all these out. Ideally you'd want to have them in some sort of order, but that's okay, we can just look through them as we go. So I'm just going to put like anything that's 20s in a pile for now. Things that start with the number 30s and onwards in that other pile, just so I can hopefully get through this a little bit quicker. I'm just sorting out into groups. I have your 1 to 10s, your teens, your 20s and your 30s, and that's going to cover my numerical numbers of my canvases. So from there I can sort of start to work out in order which ones I'm going to start first. So just having a look at the pile, I've got number 1 and so forth, 1, 2, 3. So I'll start with this. The another thing you could do, if your container, because I also use these other little ones, which is ideal. You could just actually take that sticker directly off the bag and apply that straight to top of your container. These might be marginally too big, I'm not sure. So that's an idea too. You can probably just take that off, possibly, and attach that to the container. That's not really going to come off real well, but that is a possibility, I suppose. You could always try that. Okay. Number 1. Thank goodnessly, it is a nice simple symbol of a bee, so that's good. Some of these symbols can get wacky. They really can. Like some of them, I don't even know what they're called, so it's going to be the thing, you know, and just draw it for you. But this first one is nice and simple. It's just a capital B. So that's nice. Now you can actually trim these stickers if you want to fit your box. I make sure I'm opening the box at that side so that it's facing the right direction for me. And yeah, I just pop that on there. Take this one, just check it again. 1 is B, DMS is 154, quantity 307 or 362. At this stage, it's just boring those drills straight in to the container. That one's been able to hold that entire bag, so that's awesome. So now I know that's B for this one. The next symbol is for 310. And the other thing too, you can just write the number if you really wanted to. You could just put, I've got a fine tip at the other end, so I just could write really simply DMS number in the corner there if I wanted as 154. And I know that's the DMS number because I know it's like, what else could it be? But yeah, as a secondary reference, just to make sure that you sort of like, okay, yeah, I'm doing B's, yeah, 154, blah 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 blah, going on in my merry life. Okay, so the next one is a little bit difficult in one sense because it's, you know, silhouetted. So it's a silhouette heart. So I'm just going to put the heart shape there like that. And I'll use the other end to block it out. And I will do the DMS number. Haven't done that too much before, but 310 just on next to it. I think that might be a nice way to help identify these, so I'm going to go with that. Nothing worse than not knowing what the heck am I doing for that painting. Drill mix-ups or whatever else. We put a lot of work into these, don't we, people? So you want to write. So there we go. Nice and simple symbol. That way, sorry. Yeah. So that's just what I can relate to directly onto the canvas, and it goes to the top of the box like so. And yeah, these won't all fit, but that's okay because I'll put the spares back into the bag, into their storage space where they were, so that I can come back to them later. Or a little separate bag if you like. You could put them in like a little what's it called, pencil case type thing, which I wanted to buy for a few things like tools and that. So you could definitely put spare drills in a little pencil case or something if you want to travel around, take things with you. Now, so obviously the drills I've got in there, these aren't going to all fit, so I'll just pop them in a little pile and I'll add them to the safe house as discussed before. Okay, so I'm just going to continue doing this. I mean, I think after 2 you sort of get the idea of what I'm doing. I'm going to continue through. I'll probably fast forward this section and then process that took quite a while, well over an hour to do. I'll fast forward that for you because no way you want to sit there and watch all that. So over to this side here, these are the bags. I have diamonds that are not going to fit perfectly or comfortably into my containers. So I'm going to put them, and I'm going to keep these are the empties, and I'm going to keep those for the moment until this painting is complete, and then I'll decide what I'm going to discard. I've still got the bag that I had, the drills that came in with what I added. This is my sticker I've added to it. Theirs is there, which is a small reference code to the canvas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these drills and these baggies back into here. You can see because I've got quite a few packets that are left over, especially ones like this which got a lot of this colour. And I'm going to just have to, and I'll just refill my containers as I require these particular colours. So I've done before is just pop this in a little ice cream container or Tupperware container and just restuck the label on from that onto the container, which I will probably do. So I'll pop them into that, but for now I'm going to just pop them in this bag so that I don't get them confused or mixed up with other drills at this stage. So I'm going to pop the excess drills and the leftover baggies in there for the time being, so that I know where they are. And as I said, I'll pop them in a little either ice cream container or Tupperware container and label them and put them on the desk. So yeah, basically, as I said, it's nicer if you can just keep it to one box, but I've had to go into the second box. I do this piece because I do actually travel with my kits to other people's homes and I work with them. So I have just found these far for travelling, and I'm planning to probably take this with me. The symbols canvas, I think, look nice and clear. They're easy to identify. You've got your code numbers in order, so you know that's 1 to 3, 4 across 5, 6, and so forth. If you wanted to, you could definitely underneath it where I've wrote the DMC number, you could put 1, 2, 3 just as a secondary coding, just for quick reference. Because they do jump the numbers. In general, I don't think it's too bad of a little system. I did pop this one to the side. You might have noticed I just popped that one aside, only because I think it'll be okay, but I wasn't feeling really confident about these two slots here, so I'm just going to put that one aside. I don't know, I'll muck around with it later maybe. In this space up here where I can take out these spares, for example, I probably won't need those. I may keep, say, one, and that can be like a bin for any odd things as I'm going along. And in this section, this empty section of this container, I can put a drill pen and wax, etc., and a small trays and a few things in there because they're kind of wide enough to do that. So just to show you that, I've got my drill pen fits in there nicely. Sometimes I take the smaller one. You can fit your tweezers in there. You might want some clips. A chunk of wax. That one's slightly used, but you know what I mean. So you can pop that all in there, and they can just. Surely I've got a tray here and there or whatever. I mean, you can have a few different size trays. Like, I usually like working with those little ones. They're quite handy when you're going along. They've got the little pourer. They've got good ridges, which just keeps everything straight. So I'm not putting that in any particular order, but there you go. And away you go. And that's what I'll take with me. It's handy. It's all together. I don't have to go scrounging around the bottom of my bag for my tools. I mean, you can just pop everything else if you like a really big tray. Probably won't fit quite in there. I mean, you could if you take that little bin box away, but if you want a bigger tray and so forth, then you can just use a pencil case or something to pop all those extra things in. So yeah, but yeah, if you just, in most cases you can pop those things, or an extra large placer if you'd like that for those as well. So that's really just however you like to kit and tool yourself. I'll be able to take just those with me. I mean, that's a lot of colours. That's 35 colours I'm taking with me. I've got all my colours to whatever section. I might not even need all of them at the time where I'm working, so you might be able to look at the symbols and even just rearrange your box and bring it down to one if you want to travel. But I like these little containers. I think I'm trying to remember. I've seen them on lots of websites. I think I did get these off AliExpress though. They were on a special for at the time for about $5 or something. But yeah, $5 to $8 I've seen these containers. So that's a bit of a review about the container as well as just how to kit them up. So put them over there and stop moving around so much, you might be able to see them. Sorry about that. I keep catching that light from that side there, from that window. So yeah, so basically when I go out, I'll have my canvas. As I say, I can just roll that up on a roller, and I'll use just a couple of those little clips just to hold it in place. And I'll take my trusty little light board, which these were like $20 on Amazon or AliExpress or something like that. They're very thin, so that's the other thing I'll take with me. They come with little USB to mini USB, I think it is, or something, to USB lead, which is pretty standard lead you can get anywhere. That comes with it, and a power source, so you can plug that in, or I use a power pack that I charge up and take with me so that I don't have to worry about asking people like where's the power point, or need to worry about where we're sitting as far as that's concerned. So even if I want to go outside and enjoy the when it is nice weather, at the moment it's winter so not so much, I can go outside and do that and set that up if I wanted to. And you know, it's a little bit more social. We can go out and enjoy the company of others that enjoy this sort of work. I think I've covered everything I'd like to cover today on this. I just wanted to show a little way of how I've been setting up lately. I said I have used these other ones for big things and trays, and I might do a setup for that. For the ones for the bigger pieces that I know I'm not going to go travelling around in, I often use them. Thank you again, and I hope you enjoy. Subscribe please, I really appreciate that, and if you want to see more, hit the notification button. Thank you for watching. Bead Your Life Beautiful with Diamond Art. Thank you very much. Bye.